We appreciate you coming out for our introduction of our new executive director, Rufus Friday. I'm Kathy Jacobs, and I serve as board chair for the board of directors here at the Hope Center. This was a long-awaited and happy time for us as we welcome Rufus to lead the Hope Center into the next chapter as we serve our community. The board of directors and I felt confident Rufus was the right man at the right time for this position. As a longtime board member and an active member in making our community a better place, he has the heart and passion for our work, and we know he will passionately share the Hope Center's mission and vision for the future. We're grateful to have Mayor Gordon with us this morning. But before I introduce her, I want to talk a little bit about the Hope Center's relationship with the city. So back in the 1980s, the mayor's task force, the mayor asked for a task force to be convened on homelessness. And their report called for the establishment of a 24-hour comprehensive service facility. The objective of that was to provide services for all that needed help. So the Hope Center was born and created by joining Community Kitchen and Horizon House. The mayor's task force also stated that safe and accessible shelter was to be offered, as well as services that help our clients become self-sustaining. The urban county government built the shelter, which is right down the street here. We call that the emergency shelter. And the Hope Center was assigned the important responsibility of dealing with the adult male homeless population in Lexington. Today, the Hope Center continues to provide shelter to those who are homeless or at risk, but we've also expanded to other life and life rebuilding services outside of food, shelter, and clothing. We offer recovery programs for substance abuse disorder, both for men and women. Our men are here on this campus, and our women are over on Versailles Road. Mental health diagnosis and treatment, transitional housing, permanent housing, which you're sitting in a building that offers that right upstairs, employment assistance, social services, support for our veterans, which is down at our shelter, mobile and street outreach, and they have been so fabulous during this time, going out and helping those in the community, especially during the pandemic. So thanks to the city of Lexington and a shared vision, here we stand 28 years, just as strong as ever. I do want to back up just a minute. I forgot to thank our staff, and I have to do that. So over the past 17 months, our staff has been absolutely amazing. So our COO, Janice James, and our management team have never missed one day of work. We have not closed our doors during this time. They've shown up, done their jobs, paying close attention to the needs of our clients 24/7 since the pandemic started. So I just can't say enough about what a great job they did. I mean, they rallied, and it went as smooth as it could be. So a big thank you to Janice and our staff. Okay, now time to introduce the governor, or the mayor, I'm sorry. During the, we're going to switch roles here.
We'll consider that.
I don't know if you want that job, Linda.
I just said no, thank you.
So please join me in welcoming Lexington's Mayor, Linda Gordon.
Thank you so much, Kathy. No, the governor said, "Is there something I don't know?" I said, "No, nothing you don't know." But good morning, everyone. I am thrilled to be here to celebrate this great day. Celebrating the Hope Center is always a really good thing for us. And celebrating Rufus Friday, our new executive director. So let's have one more hands for Rufus. You know, when I came in this morning, I looked him in the eye and I said, "You failed retirement too, right?" He said, "I think so." First, I'd like to introduce a couple people who are here. Councilmember Whitney Baxter is with us. Thank you so much. And I have several city folks here this morning to celebrate. First, I'd like to introduce our Commissioner of Social Services, Casey Allen Bryant. She has been on the job about 22 days or something like that, and is a registered nurse and is eminently qualified. And we're so happy to have her on board on my senior leader team. Our corrections director, Lisa Farmer, is here with some of her staff. Thank you very much. And somewhere in the room is my chief of staff, Tyler Scott. Oh, right over there. And Craig Kamak in my office. And Representative George Brown, where did you go? There you are. Great to see you again. And so we have lots of folks here. Each of you probably deserves an individual introduction, but we really appreciate being here with you today. So as we all know from various publications and other things, Rufus Friday served Lexington as publisher and president of the Lexington Herald-Leader for, I believe, 7 years, correct? And here's what I think. If he leads the Hope Center the way he led the Herald-Leader, we are in great hands and can expect really awesome things. So thank you. In addition to his work at the Herald-Leader, and I didn't know all this until I read it in the Herald-Leader about you, he's committed his life to serving his community. He served on the boards of the Kentucky Historical Society Foundation, United Way of the Bluegrass, Timothy Johnson is here with us, Bluegrass Community Foundation, American Heart Association, Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky, the Muhammad Ali Center, and recently was a special assistant to the president of Kentucky Community and Technical College System. So we might say he's been around the block a few times. Congratulations, Rufus. I think you are a perfect fit for this job. And I know that you will lead the Hope Center to a very successful future. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Kathy Jacobs, the Hope Center board members, staff, and the interim director, now COO, Janice James. Where are you, Janice? There you are. Yes, thank you so much. Janice kept everything, should we say, hopping while the search was on. And this staff is awesome, and the board is awesome, and they continue to serve, as you heard Kathy say. And we do provide life-changing services here, life-changing. Emergency shelter, recovery programs, mental health support, street outreach, access to education, all those things that people need to be successful. And so we thank you very much. Our community is so much stronger because of the work of the Hope Center. So much stronger. And we're thankful for your success. We're thankful you found Rufus, and we are grateful for the path forward. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
I believe so much in the Hope Center. We brought about half the state government that's here with us today. We have our Chief of Staff, Latasha Buckner, who's here with us. We've got Ronnie Baston, we have Van Ingram, we have Eddie Jacobs. I know we have a number of other people, and I also see so many that have worked with 2 generations of Bashirs in ensuring that we have robust treatment services for those that are suffering. The many years, Kathy, that you have given service to the Hope Center, they're known, but I think they should still be highlighted. Several buildings of this institution, including the one we are in here today, would not be here without the help of Kathy Jacobs and the Don Jacobs Charitable Foundation. So thank you so much. And I'd mention Mayor Gordon. I would say that we have been in regular and frequent contact, and our state would not be where we are right now without your bold leadership, always willing to do what it takes, and I know a little bit of the courage that sometimes it takes to make those decisions. Since the 1990s, the Hope Center has been in Lexington and it's been Fayette County's indispensable resource to affirmatively address the needs of homeless Kentuckians and others by providing quality care and services. Rufus Friday has been a pillar in this community for so long that the merger between the two just seems right. As president and publisher of the Herald Leader, Rufus quickly became known here as a talented, compassionate, and engaged community leader, and at least the times that they endorsed me made good decisions. He has served on boards of several local organizations that you have heard, but what connects all of them is every single one of those boards helps people. I know he chose them very specifically and very intentionally, with a desire to move our area, this area that I grew up in, being a Fayette County public school graduate, forward, and also ensuring that nobody gets left behind. Rufus now brings his formidable focus, dedication, and a big old heart to this crucially important community leadership position. As executive director of the Hope Center, he will lead an agency that is doing so much more than simply providing shelter to those in this community that needs it. The Hope Center is aptly named because that's exactly what it brings: hope. For decades, the Hope Center's mission has grown to include providing help and services to create pathways out of homelessness. Through corporate partnerships and with the support of state and local government, this facility provides health clinics, mental health services, employment aid, transitional, and even permanent housing. Crucially, the Hope Center also provides substance use disorder recovery programs for men and women, as well as for inmates at the Lexington Fayette Detention Center. Recent years have seen the expansion of mobile services, as well as the opening of the new Don Ball Campus Center men's permanent housing development. And the work done here is being noticed widely. The Hope Center is among only 4 facilities in Kentucky, one of 4, designated as an Envision Center by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Envision Centers are centralized hubs that provide people the resources and support to improve their lives, and the Hope Center fulfills that definition to a T. For all this work and more, the Hope Center is a core pillar of this community. With Rufus Friday at the helm, we can all rest assured that the Hope Center's mission will continue to grow and evolve with the needs of the community. My faith teaches me that we are all our brother and sister's keeper, and we have had to live up to that teaching these last 16 months. In the Gospel of Peter, Jesus says, "Finally, all of you be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble." That's what the Hope Center's mission is all about, and that's why Rufus is going to be such an incredible addition. Let me say that the Hope Center has always done right. It's always been there, living out our values and our faith. But it may be needed more right now than ever before. And that's because we're going to see that we've had one of the toughest years for overdoses and substance use disorder. But at the same time, we are seeing a type of economic prosperity ahead of us. New jobs being announced every day. I announced 1,100 new jobs in 3 days last week. That our future, which has never been brighter, our ceiling has never been higher. And I believe Kentucky will never be seen as a flyover state ever again in the post-COVID economy. But we can only reach our potential if everybody is a part of it. If it reaches every part of our state, and tomorrow you're going to hear one of the biggest jobs announcements for a part of our state that hadn't seen enough. It's got to reach every part of our cities. But it's also got to be hope and opportunity for every single person. That includes people that need a little help. That includes second chance opportunities, because we're never going to fill the jobs that we need to without embracing folks that are on that second or even third or even fourth chance. And to those in recovery, working on recovery, I want you to know we're proud of you. Doesn't matter how many times you've had to come to a center or get help, as long as you're trying, the rest of the Commonwealth is entirely behind you. I believe that we have incredible days ahead of us, and that our potential as a state, the opportunities that are going to be available for my kids and your kids and grandkids, depend a whole lot on the mission being served here in conjunction with all the other opportunities out there. And if we can do this, because a steady job is so important in getting that stabilization in your life, we can not only build our state up, we can build our people up. We can address some of these issues that have plagued us for so long. Finally, I want to make sure that I address the elephant in the room. We're all wearing masks this morning. First of all, thank you for doing that. That makes you your brother and sister's keeper. Listen, we've come a long way in this pandemic, and you all have been incredible. They predicted Kentucky would be tops or close to it in per capita deaths in the United States. We're not. And that's because of our goodness, the type you see at the Hope Center shining through, and us taking care of each other. So we don't get the luxury of getting tired when it comes to our compassion and our service to one another. And I believe that this is temporary, because we now know the effectiveness of both these vaccines and putting on one of these masks. We can do this. We have proven that we can do this over the last 16 months. Let's make sure we finish strong, and let's make sure that every single person here at the Hope Center, every single person you're sitting next to today, and anybody at home gets through this pandemic, is at that next holiday with their family. Let's continue to be the really good people we are. Thank you all very much.
Please welcome our new Executive Director, Rufus Friday. I hope you have your own notes.
I'm not sorry to be serious.
I hope you have your own notes up here.
Kathy, if my wife would have been here, she would have said that's great because his head is already swollen enough, so he won't be able to get his head out the door if you say anything more about him. But thank you so much. Thank you, Governor Beshear, Mayor Gorton, and council members. State Representative George Brown, I know you're here, and also Tatum Dale from Congressman Andy Barr's office is here also, Micah Sims from Senator Rand Paul's office, and Stephanie Higdon Nelson from Leader Senator McConnell's office. So just want to thank all of you for coming out and knowing that you've had busy schedules to be here. This just means a lot to me. About 8 years ago, I came to tour the Hope Center for the first time. And that tour struck me as a powerful testament to those in our community who need help to overcome their battles of substance abuse, mental illness, and just plain hard times. But it also struck me with a great deal of joy as help was here. Not only was it here, it was accessible to anyone. And I've walked up and down the sidewalks here for the past 22 days talking to individuals who have been a part of the Hope Center, and the thing that resonates most from every single one of them, they always say, the Hope Center saved my life, and it's given me a second chance. And it's also given me the ability to be able to own my problem, and I've got recovery and support to help me to make sure that I can get back on the right track. So I'm blessed, very blessed, and also excited for the opportunity to lead here at the Hope Center. And I've got many people to thank. First, I'd like to thank Kathy and the Board of Directors and the Search Committee for giving me this exciting opportunity. To our donors, I look forward to knowing you better and thanking you for your loyal support in the upcoming weeks personally, up close and face-to-face. To our community partners, I look forward to further collaboration because the more we can partner and support each other, the better for us all and also those that we serve. To our local, state, and community leaders, thank you for your strong support of the Hope Center, and I'm looking forward to working with you. And to our local media, my former colleagues in the news business, I'm thanking you in advance for helping me to continue to spread the word about the Hope Center, and that help is here. I would also like to thank, I know Kathy's mentioned it earlier, but I'd like to thank the Hope Center management team, and I'm going to ask you to stand up. Janice James, you've heard about Janice, please stand, Janice. Carrie Thayer Cardwell, Stephanie Ragland, Lauren Moore, Jeff Crook, Kenneth Newton, and David Shadd. Get these guys. Thank you. Not only have you held this ship upright through the storms of this unprecedented pandemic, but you've welcomed me warmly, and I look forward to leading with each and every one of you. And to the dedicated Hope Center staff, I've had the pleasure to meet most of you, not all of you, and talk with you, but I'll get around to seeing all of you. I want to thank you because you're the ones with the boots on the ground, and I'm here to support you and also back you as well. And to our clients, thank you for sharing your stories with me and welcoming me. Your journeys are really inspiring to me and are the reason that I am here. We're here to give all of you hope, and I am ultimately here because of you. You know, contrary to what's always been said to me when I worked in the private sector about hope not being a strategy, well, I can tell you for sure, hope is a strategy for anyone who comes to the Hope Center. The Hope Center's mission is my passion, and I look forward to working with every interested party in this community, private and public, as we come together to accomplish the vision of providing a solution for anyone seeking help and a more self-sufficient life. And I promise you that every resource, every dollar that is placed in my care will be used to ensure a positive return on investment in this community with tangible outcomes. I promise you that. Working together with all of you, we can help more of our community members to overcome substance abuse. We can help more people stabilize their mental illness. We can keep more people from freezing on the streets all alone here. We can offer them a caring community. We can offer them all the tools they need to live a healthier, happier, and more productive life. I really, truly believe that we can do this, and I assure you that we will do this. And I'm deeply honored to be here to lead this great organization in achieving our ultimate vision of ensuring that every client that comes to the Hope Center has a means to achieve self-sufficiency and a happier, productive life. Again, Mayor, Governor, Kathy, all of you, it's really been an honor to have you here